Welcome back, listeners, to Talking Trash and Tacos.
Okay.
Today we're diving into a story stranger than fiction, a real world mystery that's baffled investigators and captivated true crime fans for nearly 3 years. Six people, four adults, and two young children stepped away from their lives in St. Louis, Missouri in 2023 of August and were never heard from again. No calls, no social media, no bank activity, nothing, just gone.
That's right. Not missing socks or misplaced keys. Six whole humans vanished. Even Google was like, yeah, I got nothing.
Totally. So, who were these people? The missing group includes Michaela Wickerson, 28, her daughter,
Malaya.
Malia, maybe Malia, 5. That was a tough one. Michaela Thompson, 20, and Williams, 32. What does that say?
Jeriel, German.
German, 30. And her daughter, Ashton Mitchell, 5. That's a lot of people. All six were connected through a shared spiritual belief, and they were living in a rental home in Berkeley, Missouri, near St. Louis Lambert International Airport. That connection turns out to be key to the mystery.
That is already giving me the roommate situation going full Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
That's a lot of adults in one household.
it is. And I was a little concerned about that too. Like it's just a lot. And how did they meet each other? Like they weren't always friends. So authorities believe the group followed an online movement called the University of Cosmic Intelligence, described by police as having a cult-like influence. It wasn't an actual university. There was no campus. There were no degrees, just an online spiritual network led by Rashad Jamal White. And White is currently serving 18 years in prison in Georgia for child molestation and cruelty to children. So, through live streams and social media, he gained thousands of followers by promoting unconventional beliefs involving spirituality, distrust of government systems, apocalyptic thinking, and ideas that followers were spiritually or cosmically different from the rest of society. So he denies knowing the missing group personally, but investigators say the connection between his teachings and the group's lifestyle were very clear.
I'm not from this planet is fun to say until you stop paying rent because of it.
So, neighbors reported unusual behavior in the months before the disappearance. Daily sun, worship, and meditation were part of the rituals, sometimes fully clothed, sometimes not. Digging holes, burying objects in the yard, standing or gathering on the roof, and creating makeshift altars with copper wrapped items.
I wonder if they did the butthole sunning.
That's another weird one. If they didn't, they should because it seems up their alley.
It's supposedly spiritual or something.
Oh gosh. And then suddenly in August 2023, everything stopped. Like August 2023, everything stopped. When police later searched the home, they found laundry in the washer, food left behind, belongings still there, and life was suddenly paused. So no one packed up, nothing was cleaned out. It was just abandoned.
It's like they ran out to get some snacks and never came back.
Yes.
I wonder if they paid their rent. So many questions. Like, were they getting
Mhm.
evicted? Like, who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. And here's the timeline investigators pieced together. So the group left their rental home and they were later seen staying at a Quality Inn in Florissant, Missouri. I don't know about that. I've never heard of that town. So August 13th, 2023 marks the last confirmed sighting. After that, no phone activity, no credit card use, no social media posts, nothing. So police checked rental cars, travel records, hospitals, and out of state leads, all dead ends.
They went off grid so hard that Google Maps even shrugged.
Yeah. Then in early 2026, a possible break had surfaced. A TikTok video. Damn TikTok.
Right?
Yeah. They appeared showing someone that investigators thought could be Michaela Wickerson. So, police are now working to identify the poster and obtain account data that might reveal the location. But the video is not confirmed and could still be misidentification or unrelated footage. So, it's the first potential lead in years.
Apparently, TikTok is the new FBI now, which it is true. There are some people that solve these crimes that are just internet sleuths.
It's true. I never really thought about it as being a TikTok FBI, but apparently that's where it's going.
I mean, if I had all day to do that stuff, it would be entertaining and I probably could solve a crime, but I've got to work still.
I know. Like I tried to do some like real investigating when the woman in Point Place was found shot in her
Yeah.
trailer that got burned. And I was on like live Google like maps trying to like search the road, find the camper. I
Look
wanted
for
to
a
see.
hole in the yard.
Yeah, and I did not have very good luck. So I don't think I'm good sleuth as much as I think I could be a detective. I think
There's a
fail.
lot to it. So I give people props that actually like legit
Sit.
do it and have these fully like detailed
Yeah.
videos.
Red lines.
Yeah, like all
crime maps.
professional. And I'm like, must be
If
nuts.
you ever see that behind me, it means I've done some major research and I'd be shocked.
Yeah.
So it's
And we
just-
had 1 million followers. So
that would be awesome.
we have cool gadgets.
You know what I did find out though? I think the girl that said that she does what is it, like Murder with My Husband that you watched?
Mhm.
I think they've been doing that for 8 years.
They probably have, because I could tell they get annoyed with each other sometimes. Like they don't love each other. all
That
the
is so funny because Ron said that. Ron's like, I don't even think they like each other.
time. Yeah,
And I'm
I
like,
get
"Oh,
that vibe.
Really? I don't
Mhm.
know. I just think he seems kind of aloof.
I think
She's
she gets
crazy.
annoyed when he talks too much, and I'm like, "Ugh, I don't think it feels that way about me."
No, Ron got mad because he says I talk too much and don't
No.
give you enough time to talk.
I intentionally choose to be the quieter one.
Right. Well, if you ever want to
Even
talk
though-
more to these people that don't listen to us,
I talk. If I have something to say, I'll talk, and then we have to edit a lot.
same. I get all carried away. So, why did they disappear? Investigators believe the group may have cut ties with family, stopped using technology, and gone off the grid intentionally, possibly adopted new identities or lifestyles. Police say that the digital disappearance looks intentional. Families, however, believe their loved ones were manipulated or worry especially about the two young children because remember, the leader of this group they listened to was a molester and is in jail.
For child stuff. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
And I don't know what's going on. It seems crazy.
If I vanished, at least somebody would get a Snapchat first, because I wouldn't be able to leave without last photo.
Your last. It's like when people do crimes and they put it on Facebook Live, and I'm like, why? Just why? It's weird. So, what this case represents. So, this case raises a bigger question about online influence, isolation, vulnerability, modern cult dynamics, and how digital communities can shape real world decisions.
That is true.
So, if you're a person in the world that is struggling, you are someone's main target. So, be careful.
Yes, very
Just saying.
true.
Don't believe everyone. Gosh.
Yes, even if, or just kidding. So, internet rabbit holes are fun until there's no Wi Fi at the bottom.
So, theory one, they left intentionally. So, it's just believe they may have chosen to leave society behind. Followers of the movement often talked about rejecting government systems or living independently. But family, they think that the departure was not voluntary and that they deserve proof that their loved ones are safe.
I agree with that. And I feel like even if they did leave intentionally, I just feel like at least one of those people, if they
Yeah.
were still around, would maybe try and connect or reach out. Like out of all those people, not one of those
Yeah.
adults
And two of those
changed
girls
their mind.
have kids.
So living off grid does sound cool until DoorDash can't find
Yeah.
your order.
I'd be starving and dying. But I'm also wondering, how do they make money? How do they pay their rent if they're part of a cult and all they do all day is pray to the sun god?
And if the main cult leader's in prison, wouldn't that be another reason they might kind of try and get out of it? Like
Unless he has followers and they're
that
like a
are
gang.
taking over. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really unsure. So some followers believed humanity was entering a spiritual shift or catastrophe. If someone truly believes society is ending and disappearing might seem logical to them,
If aliens abduct me, please tell my mom I wasn't ignoring her texts because
I
she
will.
will freak out.
Yeah, she will. Who will she talk to all day?
Right?
So,
My dad, my brother, my
sister,
sister.
they would
Mhm.
take your place. So, theory three, experts say people drawn into these movements are often searching for belonging or purpose. And then once isolated, leaving becomes psychologically difficult because they're being brainwashed. Were they choosing isolation or are they pressured into it?
Bad friend group energy, but make it cosmic.
Yeah. So, theory four, something went wrong. So, another possibility is tragedy after leaving, an accident, exposure, crime. But police stress there's no evidence of violence or foul play, which is why the mystery remains open.
4 adults and 2 kids don't just disappear unless something seriously went sideways.
Why this case hits different. No kidnapping, no struggle, no crime scene. Just six people who left and were never seen again. And investigators say someone knows something. And maybe the TikTok lead will finally break the case open.
Right? If TikTok solves this before detectives, Gen Z officially runs and somewhere out there, if they're still alive, 6 people are living completely different lives than the ones they left behind.
Definitely.
To me, I still feel like if they were out there, that's what
Mhm.
makes me concerned is one of those 6, especially with the main guy going to jail. Why wouldn't we hear from them?
Yeah. And if they were seen outside praying every day to the sun god and then all of a sudden they're not there, people are going to notice.
And if you were a God person, you'd think you'd want to spread the word. So somebody out there
Yeah, like going
somewhere,
underground didn't help your cosmic intentions. That's the story of the six missing from Missouri. Still unsolved, nearly 3 years. I was going to do two. 3 years. And if that recent lead pans out, then answers may finally come. But for now, it remains one of the strangest modern disappearances in America. And this girl's mom, one of the girl's moms, she's speaking out about it. And she's like, this is ridiculous. Like, something really is wrong. Like, they didn't just disappear.
yeah, yeah. So, hey, if someone starts talking cosmic consciousness, ask for the Wi-Fi password first. That tells you everything.
Yeah. And you looked it up and you found some information.
I did. I looked up his name and date of birth, and I did find the records that coincided with him getting in trouble for the kid stuff. He had a huge record in the past as well with domestic violence, strangulation, all kinds of things. But he's also had numbers associated with him recently while he's in prison. So maybe he's getting a phone to communicate. I hear that happens if you know.
And he bought a house.
Yeah, and there's a record of a house purchase between him and another name. Can't remember her name now.
But it's
So
almost like Michaela. It sounds like
it's
one of the girls that went missing.
so we need to this all just came about after we had already planned this script. So maybe we should do a follow-up. And if you guys know this case or
Mhm.
anything, we'd love to hear what you know or have to say.
Definitely. I mean, it's not every day six people go missing and are never seen from.
It's just so weird to me, especially at those ages. Now, if
Yeah.
it was two, a mom and dad and kids, I think that would be a little different. But these aren't even all blood related. And there's somebody, one of those 6, you would
Mhm.
just think.
Yeah. And the picture you saw online looked very similar to one of the girls.
Yes,
It was very
that is
questionable. And I
true.
wonder if that was the TikTok photo that they saw that they think like
It
her
could
that kind
be.
of ignited it.
We'll never I have to dig into a bigger hole
Yep.
later today.
So find that rabbit hole and have fun.
Yes.
There we go.